Say it and I stand on it. I don't believe that a man should move in with a woman at all. Right?
Man, you are really encouraging me, motivating me, inspiring me. God is really using you to help me
What's going
out.
on, family? I want to welcome you to AOS the podcast. I'm your host, Mr. AOS Inspires. This is what I need you to do. We're on every single platform: TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. I need you to go and subscribe and follow us right now. We drop content every single day that'll help you with your life, because our mission here at AOS the podcast is to empower the world to never give up, one conversation at a time, one interview at a time, one video at a time, to help you live life at the next level. I want you to live life on the next level. I want to say thank you to each and every one of you that's watching this episode. This is going to be a dynamic episode. I need you to dive in. Do me a big favor. I need you to like, share, and comment. Don't be a stranger. Comment with us. And this is what I need you also to do. I need you to copy this link right here on this podcast, this episode, and share it with at least 10 of your friends. I promise you, it's going to help them out. Let's jump into the episode. Family, it's your boy, Mr. AOS Inspires. Welcome to another episode. Listen, I want to tell y'all real fast before we get started. I named you guys, all those that follow us, all those that rock with us. I named you guys the inspirees, all of my inspirees. Because you already know that our mission here is to empower the world to never give up, one conversation at a time, one interview at a time, one video at a time, to help you get to the next level. So if you follow us and you rock with us, your mission and part of your mission, or something that you love to do, is to inspire people. That's why you rock with us. So that's what we do. We inspire people. So all of my inspirees, stand up. What up? What it do? How y'all feeling? Listen, y'all already see the thumbnail, so I ain't gonna really prolong it too long. You already know what time it is. Let's go ahead and get into it. Another episode. We're reaching the 100th episode, right? We rocking. I told you, when we get to 100, round about that area, we're gonna start having guests, and we are. So just be on the lookout for that real soon. But today, ladies, have you considered maybe a droplet? Have you considered why he's not ready to get married? Why have you considered why he's not ready? That's a big statement, right? So it's really open end. It could be why he's not ready to commit, why he's not ready to get married, why he's not ready to move forward, why he's not ready to have kids. I really want to bust that thing down, talk to us real fast, because ladies, sometimes, let's really be honest, you can be really irrational to something, and you don't go to the bottom and find out why, right? You come up with your own conclusion why, you come up with your own answer why, or what you think, and you try to impose that on him. But the truth of the matter is, that may not be the issue. That may not be the concern. That may not be the reason why he's not ready to move forward in whatever area that you're dealing with, whether it's relationship, whether it's marriage, whether it's kids, whether it's why he not ready to move in yet. That's a big one. Matter of fact, I just did a post on iGizzle, and it's crazy because IG and IG and Facebook, it really hit home. It resonated. I think on IG at the time, it hit like 30,000 views. Facebook, it hit like 15,000 views, which is dope. But this is what I said, and I stand on it. I don't believe that a man should move in with a woman at all, right? So like if you're dating, or even, I'm going to tell you this, I believe that the only way, now it depends on how the situation is. If she has better credit and she has the bag and she has already purchased the house and you're cool with moving in, and you're cool, that's the key word, and you're cool with moving in with her, only then when you're married or engaged to get, not even, you know what, I'm going to pause that. I won't even say engaged. Why? Because I know a lot of people that were engaged that called the engagement off. Now, the whole reason, the whole sole purpose why I say this, I stand on this to the death, that a man should not move in with a woman, the reason is, I just believe it looks very tacky, right? And it's very embarrassing. It hurts a man's ego. It hurts a man's pride, self-esteem, whatever. That he comes home. I'm gonna tell you this. And I'm finishing my thought, but I'm using the example. I remember this guy that I had met, and I was like, man, because I was selling him something. And he had asked me if I can give him a ride. So I'm like, cool, let's go. Just selling something for $1,000. Let's rock. So we got to the place, and he was like, man, I got to pick up my stuff. So I'm thinking that he's going to pick up about 5 bags or something, like pick up something small, whatever. This guy picked up everything that he owned, PlayStation. I mean, this guy had like 6 bags, 4 suitcases. I mean, he had the works. And I'm like, yo, what's going on? Oh, me and my girl got an argument, and she said that she think that this is the end of the road. What I'm saying is, this is for me. Now, what I've studied, this is, and I tell people, to be an expert at anything, you got to put in 10,000 hours, right? I put in more than 10,000 hours dedicated to relationship advice. I'm an expert, right? Looking at the analytical study of the reports that have come in, when you do the study, the analytical study about that, and what I've seen for my own self in my own personal life as well, most guys that don't have much move in with women. And that's real. Because look at the statistics. Most guys that get put out, right? They get their stuff at the end of the curb, where they get their stuff. Hey, listen, she decent, so she packed all of your stuff up. Now it's at the door. So when you come to the house, you ain't got to walk through the house. You just come to the door, pick up your stuff, and go. Most guys that are in that predicament usually have no place to go. They either go to a homeboy house, a friend house, or back home. Let's really be honest. So if you look at that analytical study, most guys that move in with women anyway are doing bad. Period. So, and it's only a matter of time. And I'm going to do another episode on this, but it's only a matter of time a man that has no money or little money move in or gets with a woman that has money. It's only but so much time that she's going to get irritated because you don't produce at the level that she produces. And that's real. And that's acceptable. I understand that. That doesn't mean that she's a gold digger. No, she wants somebody that's on her level. What's going on, family? I know that you're enjoying the episode, but I had to pause to ask you a quick question. Have you ever been through anything in life that was so life-altering that it changed your life forever? I mean, have you ever been and had a job and you lost that job? I mean, your dream job. You lost that job for whatever reason. Maybe you're an entrepreneur. You started a business, and the business started off great, and then it seemed as if it was going downhill. And now you're at a place, you lost your marriage, you lost your children, you lost some major things in your life. And now you're at a place in life where you're like, hey, this is the end of the road. I don't see it getting better. I got news for you. It will get better. And I wrote a book just for you. It's entitled Winning After a Major Loss. You need to go and get your copy. Go to barnesandnoble.com, go to amazon.com, get your copy right now. Winning After a Major Loss. I promise you, it's going to change the trajectory of your life. It's going to change your mindset. Most importantly, it's going to change your heart about your situation, because I promise you, you can win after a major loss. Go get your copy now. Barnes & Noble's, amazon.com. Order your copy now. Let's get back to the episode. A woman, I don't care who the woman is, a woman may not mind paying for dinner, may not mind paying for the date, but she would rather use your money. Let's keep it all the way funky. Let's call a spade a spade. A woman, any woman, she may not mind using her money, but she would rather spend your money. So when you get into a situationship where the woman has way more money, and that's real, way more money than the guy, generally that's an unbalanced relationship. Technically, there's going to be some issues in that relationship. I can promise you. Now, if you have a guy that doesn't have, like she has way more than him right now, but he's building some stuff, right? And some stuff is really about to materialize for him financially, then the relationship has a chance to work. However, if he is solely dependent financially on her to pull the load, the relationship is going to carry its burden. And there's going to be some issues in that relationship. Now what's going to happen is there's going to be some type of issue, right, that is really minute, but she makes it huge. And then they start arguing about it. So now the relationship is on the decline. Why? Because there are some issues that I have not discussed. And what is that issue? I have an issue with you not making as much money as I do. Or I have an issue with you not making more money than I do. I don't care how you break it down. No woman loves to spend her own money. Period. I don't care if you're married, your girlfriend, boyfriend, little kids, big girls. It doesn't matter. No woman likes to spend her own money. Now, let me clear this up. I'm not saying that she would not spend her own money on her. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is when she's in a relationship, she may do it a few times and she may not have an issue with it for a few times. But as time goes on, she be like, hold on, bro. Why you, no, what's up? Right? A woman, because, and this is the truth. I don't care how y'all try to break it down. Oh, you prehistoric or you traditional. Yes, I am. The way that it's set up is that the man is supposed to be the provider. Period. Right? I don't care how you chop it down. I'm gonna give y'all a little quick thing. This is what my aunt did, right? When she was living and I was younger, she would teach me. I told you guys before that my aunt told me that whenever you give a woman a purse or if a woman gives you a wallet, she should always or he should always put some money. Whenever you give a gift like that, you should always put some money inside. That's one of the rules and one of the lessons that she taught me. But another lesson that she taught me is that the man should always pay, right? Should always pay. Now, there's an exception if the woman say, listen, I want to take you out today. I want to treat you. That's totally different. I'm not talking about that. But I remember we used to go out to eat when it was just her and I, right? We'll go out to eat and I'm young, so I'm really not understanding the concept. But as I got older, I understood and she trained me well. She would slip me the money under the table, right? This is my aunt, right? She would slip the money. I'm gonna tell you another rule she told me too. My aunt would slip the money under the table to give to me so that I can pay. Whether it was her card, she would give it to me so that I can pay, right? And that's one of the lessons that she's always told me. A man should always be the provider. Facts, right? Another lesson that she taught me too was that you never, two things, you never give out money that you can't afford to lose. You never lend out money that you cannot afford to. If you can afford not to get that back, lend it. I don't care, mother, brother, it does not matter. Never lend out money that you cannot afford not to get back. All right. So somebody say, hey man, let me hold 20,000. And you got like 40,000 in the bank. That 20,000 will hurt you if you don't get it back. Don't lend it out. That's a lesson that she taught me. Another lesson that she told me, always have some money on you. Always have some money on you. I'm building up to let you ladies know to understand the psyche of a man. And that's one thing that she taught me as a woman. Always have some money on you. I don't care what you go through. I don't care what you have to pay. Always have some money on you. That's one thing that even I learned from my pops, right? Like it's crazy because anytime we go up the street out of town. Like when I'm saying out of town, we live in DC. Right, my pops and my mom, they live in Virginia, right, closer like to 7 cities. When he comes to my house, pops is gonna make sure that he has a substantial amount of cash on him. He's gonna make sure that because he like, yo, anything could happen. Car could break down, tire can bust. I want to make sure, or just have the money in the bank, whatever, however you want to chop it up. He said, listen, I want to make sure that I'm ready for anything. Anything could happen. I want to make sure that if we got to stay in a hotel, I got the money. I don't have to call nobody. And that's one thing that they always told me. Always, my wife look at me now. I'm like, hold on. So you need this to go? Absolutely. No question. I want to make sure that we good when we go out of town. I don't care if we're going 3 hours away. Anything could happen. I remember it was a time we went to Virginia and the electric wouldn't work on the car. We tried to charge it up at the station, at the Tesla station. It wouldn't work, right? We had to stay at the hotel overnight, right? Now, suppose I wasn't in a financial situation to be able to do that. I would have been outside shouting, right? So what I'm saying is make sure that you always, lesson that she taught me, lesson that my pops taught me, always make sure that you have something in your pocket. Now, outside of making sure that you have something in your pocket, fellas, make sure that you're a go-getter, period. Like, I believe there's no excuse. I can't wait to drop that episode. Can't wait to drop that episode. But there should be no excuse why you don't have no money. People say, oh, nobody's hiring. That's crazy. You're lying. A lot of people, even now, my mind is wired that I won't get a job. I won't get a job. I would rather struggle as an entrepreneur than to work a 9 to 5. I cannot do it again where somebody said, listen, yes, you can. I'm not saying it's anything wrong with working a 9 to 5. I'm talking about for me, right? I mean, you may feel a certain type of way, and that's cool in the game. But for me, I can't muscle or stomach somebody saying, "Yeah, it's time for you to take lunch." Going to a person and call them a boss. That's why I love Dame Dash so much. I love his train of thought. I can't muscle up the energy to say, "Hey, can I take this time off so I can go to my son's basketball game? Hey, can I take this off because today's my daughter's birthday?" Nah, I can't do that. Nah, not me. Right? You may be able to do it, not me. I'm cool in the game. I can't do it. I'm figuring this entrepreneur life thing out. Period. But ladies, you gotta understand. I just gave you a few nuggets right there in the beginning about why a man may not feel comfortable or ready to move on. Now, let me drop this. Most men know. I hate when men play house. Don't play house. Most men know when they meet a woman in the first month of dating them. They don't know, we won't know in the first month if this is the woman for us. We won't know that. However, what we will know in the first month is this the woman that I wouldn't mind getting to know and possibly marrying? We know that in the first month. We know that if we want, matter of fact, we know that in the first 2 weeks of knowing you. We know this, and actually, let's really be honest, we know this in the first week after you let your hair down and show us the real you. We know in the first week if you're a potential woman that we will want to get to know better, that we will possibly want to date seriously. That's a fact. Because think about this. Let's rewind this, because a lot of guys will be like, "Nah, that's trash. Nah, you lame. You a simp. Nah, you're lying." Because when you first meet a woman, when you first look at a woman, you automatically know whether you a smash or whether you won't. That's a fact. So if you know in the first seconds of meeting a woman whether you a smash or not, you mean to tell me in the first week of knowing a woman or talking to a woman, you don't know whether she would be in that category of the type of woman that you would want to talk to get to know better and possibly marry? Stop playing house, fellas. I can't stand when men play house and lead a woman on. Now, let's really be honest, because ladies, the reason most men don't dialogue about their feelings or don't talk about or discuss how they truly feel is because they weren't taught how to communicate effectively, right? Because growing up, a lot of men were taught that talking about their feelings, you're soft. You're soft. And that's so far removed from the truth. Because now as we move on forward in life, we see how life has evolved, and being a good communicator would get you some money, would get you the bag. Look at what I do. Bam, building an 8-figure podcast. Being a communicator will get you the bag. I promise you it will. So, effective communication. But ladies, I want you to understand the dynamics of this thing. Some men are not playing with you. They just don't understand how to communicate effectively so that you can understand, or they don't want to look a certain type of way in front of you. Now, I'm not talking about for the guys that has it in their mind that they're going to play you, they're going to carry you. I don't want to get to know you better. I just want to get the benefits. I want to live with you. I want to use your money. I want to use your car. That's another one. This is me. Like, y'all take it for what y'all want to take it. I can't stand a brother. What's going on, family? I know that you're enjoying the episode, but I had to pause to ask you a quick question. Have you ever been through anything in life that was so life-altering that it changed your life forever? I mean, have you ever been and had a job and you lost that job? I mean, your dream job. You lost that job for whatever reason. Maybe you're an entrepreneur. You started a business, and the business started off great, and then it seemed as if it was going downhill. And now you're at a place, you lost your marriage, you lost your children, you lost some major things in your life. And now you're at a place in life where you're like, "Hey, this is the end of the road. I don't see it getting better." I got news for you. It will get better. And I wrote a book just for you. It's entitled Winning After a Major Loss. You need to go and get your copy. Go to barnesandnoble.com, go to amazon.com, get your copy right now. Winning After a Major Loss. I promise you, it's going to change the trajectory of your life. It's going to change your mindset. Most importantly, it's going to change your heart about your situation, because I promise you, you can win after a major loss. Go get your copy now. Barnes & Noble's, amazon.com. Order your copy now. Let's get back to the episode. If you're hitting hard times, cool. Let me put a prerequisite on this thing. If you hit hard times, cool. If y'all rock like that, y'all bang like that, you take care of her stuff financially, and it's just that you're trying to build before you get your own vehicle, cool. Go ahead and rock out. But I can't stand when a guy uses a woman's car, takes her car all day long. I'm gonna pick you up, take you to work, and I'm gonna pick you up when you get off work. But I'm gonna use your car. Listen. I'm just cut from a different cloth. I've never been now. Like I said, if you're in a relationship, your car breaks down, she letting you use her car. That's a totally different story. Because I know many of y'all gonna twist my words up. That's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about a guy that does not have a vehicle. Right? Maybe he has a job, maybe he doesn't have a job. Now, what I'm saying is, if he's in the midst of trying to fix his credit and his credit's not strong enough, but the car stay filled up, she don't have to put no gas in it. I rocks with the campaign. All right? The car break down, he go get it fixed. It needs brakes, he go get it fixed. I rocks with the campaign. But I'm talking about you guys, Jody type of guys that use women's car and the car break down, she got to fix it. She got to put gas in it because you don't got no money. But yet then you got money for weed. You got money to go out and get drunk with your friends. Let's really be honest. I think those type of dudes are trash type guys. Like, come on, let's really be honest. I just don't rock with that. I don't like that. Right? I don't feel you for that. I think that's a sucker move. Just like I said, that's a sucker move for a guy to move in with a woman. I think that's a sucker move for a guy to use a woman's vehicle. A real man, let's catch this. Real men add value, not take away things from you. Right? So, ladies, when you get a real man in your life, he's going to add value to your life in some facet, some way, whether it's stimulation mentally, whether it's stimulation financially, giving you some knowledge so that you can understand life better. After you leave a man, ladies, be honest with yourself. After you leave a man, if you leave a man, right, he should leave you better, in a better place than you were when you first met him. And that's how it always should be, right? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I broke up with a few women. I'm married now, happily married, right? But the women in the past, if they would be honest, if they get out their feelings, they would say, yes, I've gained some value from being with this man. I've gained some value, right? And that's how it should be. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying that, they hit a home run, but, I am a great catch. However, I got issues too, just like you got issues. Everybody got issues. But even in the midst of issues, ladies, if you can get out your feelings, a man should add value. There has been some men that you have broken up with that you be like, yo, he added crazy value in this department. Like, I really appreciate him in this department, right? He may not have been a good man, but he was a good leader. He showed me how to fix my credit. He showed me how to budget. He showed me how to manage. He showed me some stuff. I believe that a real man should actually give some type of value. He should give leave value to her. So let's go ahead and build these pieces before we get up out of here on this episode. Ladies, when you're dealing with a man, right? And most women, you've never heard a man walk around all day like, yo, I can't wait to get married, have some kids. I mean, there are some guys that's like that, right? There are some guys that's like that. Let's really be honest. But for the most part, they're not a ton of guys that walk around like, yo, I can't wait to get married. I can't wait to have kids. No. It's not that. Especially, let me put a prerequisite on that one as well. Especially a man that has some dreams, that have some drive, that have great ambition. He's not walking around like, yo, I can't wait to get married, because the truth of the matter is, most people that get married fell in love not by intentionality. Let's really be honest. Most men that get married, not saying that they didn't want to get married, but when they met that person that changed their life and that made them say, yo, I can't live without him. That wasn't like an intentional move. That wasn't like, hey, I'm searching for it right now. It happened, right? So, ladies, I need you to dial it back just a little. Don't let them play house with you. Communication, talk, have that open line of communication so that you can understand him better. But don't allow a man to play house, but you don't really understand or try to understand why he's not ready to commit yet, why he's not ready to take that next level. Let me give you a few keys and a few reasons why a lot of men are not ready to make that move yet. Most times, and this is a valid point, it's financial. Ask your man these 3 questions. Do you have the dream career, or are you doing what you really wanted to do in life to make money? That's number 1. Number 2 is, do you have your dream house? That's number 2. Number 3 is, do you have the bank account that you desire at some level? I'm not saying, hey, do you have millions in the bank? No, I'm not saying that. Do you have a comfortable bank account? Now, ladies, I know y'all saying, a lot of y'all would say this, it's not about the money. Yes, it is. It's always about the money. I hate when people say that. Listen, that gets under my skin. When people are in a relationship, they will say, it's not about the money. Yes, it is. It's always about the money. Because the truth of the matter is, when you get into a relationship and finances are not there, it takes a toll on the relationship all day long, right? Because the truth of the matter is, some women can live without having an access of money or overflow of money. But most decent men, I don't know no guys, but I heard reports where people, guys don't make no money, they just play video games all day. I don't know no guys like that. That's trash. I'm not talking about them, they lame. I'm talking about the guys that are really about something. Most men catch an attitude, not with you, but it just put them in a funk when they don't have money, right? When they're trying to figure things out and things they're in a rough patch, they're going to have an attitude, right? I mean, that's just real. It's not that money is everything, but there's nothing that you can do without money. Y'all kill me. Oh, the love of money. The Bible says the love of money is the root of all evil. However, the Bible also says this in the Old Testament, that money answereth all things. Let's listen. If you're going to read it, read all of it. So, I love it when people bring that up, but you can't do nothing without money. You can't, right? You need money to live. You need money to survive. So when people say money is not everything, yes, it is. He wants to make sure that he's financially set for you. And if you guys have some children, he wants to make sure that he can take care of his children. Most decent men don't want to be in the predicament where they're like, I got to ask such and such for some money so that we can pay this. I got to ask such and such for some money so we can do this. Nah, most guys don't want to do like that. Some women don't mind, but ladies, I want you to understand his heart. Yes, he wants to marry you. Yes, he wants to spend the rest of his life with you. Yes, he loves you. Yes. But he wants to make sure there's some things in order, right? Because I've seen this time and time again. I've seen women get with guys that don't have it, but they claim that, oh, I love this guy. It is what it is. But they're messing around with other guys that really got the bag. Now you fall into a slippery slope because now your communication skills are not on point. Because now you're lying to my man, making him think that everything is all good, but here it is, you dibbling dabbling with somebody that got the bag for real. What's going on, family? I know that you're enjoying the episode, but I had to pause to ask you a quick question. Have you ever been through anything in life that was so life-altering that it changed your life forever? I mean, have you ever been and had a job and you lost that job? I mean, your dream job, you lost that job for whatever reason. Maybe you're an entrepreneur, you started a business, and the business started off great, and then it seemed as if it was going downhill. And now you're at a place, you lost your marriage, you lost your children, you lost some major things in your life. And now you're at a place in life where you're like, hey, this is the end of the road. I don't see it getting better. I got news for you. It will get better. And I wrote a book just for you. It's entitled Winning After a Major Loss. You need to go and get your copy. Go to barnesandnoble.com, go to amazon.com, get your copy right now. Winning After a Major Loss. I promise you, it's going to change the trajectory of your life. It's going to change your mindset. Most importantly, it's going to change your heart about your situation, because I promise you, you can win after a major loss. Go get your copy now. Barnes & Noble's, amazon.com. Order your copy now. Let's get back to the episode. But you don't want to be faithful to this guy because he don't have the bag. This is why a lot of men don't want to make that commitment just yet. They be like, listen, let's just take it slow. I'm building some things. I'm trying to, because this truth of the matter is, let's really be honest, right? A lot of guys may make $50,000. It's impossible. Let me say this again. If a man only makes $50,000 a year, it's impossible for him to save $50,000. It's impossible for him to save $40,000. I'm just being honest. I would say if he lives on his own, has his own car, doesn't have a roommate situation, and take care of all of his bills, I would say, unless he has other investments. But if we're just looking from the job that he makes, $50,000 a year, $60,000 a year, the most that he can save is between 10 to 15,000. That's it. Between 10 to 15,000. He may can get 20 out of that thing. Do some side hustles or whatever. He may can get 20 out of that thing. But that's the most that he would be able to save and live a decent life where he's paying his bills, budgeting. It's not that easy. So ladies, have grace for him, right? Especially when you have a good guy. And ladies, I'm going to leave you with this. You never want to run away a good guy that's trying to put the pieces together, but you're saying that he's moving too slow. You don't want to lose a good guy because you may not get another guy like that again. What's going on, family? I want to say thank you for rocking with us during this episode. We have been so excited to drop this episode. I'm glad that you made it to the end. This is what I want you to do. If you have any takeaways from this episode, leave it in the comments. We want to hear your thoughts. We want to hear how you feel. I want to bring content to you that's relevant to you, that'll help you change your life, because you already know our mission here at AOS Inspires, AOS the podcast, is to empower the world to never give up, one conversation at a time, one interview at a time, one video at a time, to help you live life at the next level. This is what I need you to do. I need you to like, subscribe, share this episode. If it spoke to your life, share this episode with somebody. Why? Because you are connected to some people that we're not connected with. And with that connection together, we can empower the world to never give up. I'm Mr. AOS Inspires. This is AOS the podcast. I can't wait to see you next week. Just in case you didn't know, we drop every single week, 3 times a week. Mondays, 8 a.m., Wednesdays, 8 a.m., and Fridays, 8 a.m. You need to catch an episode. Matter of fact, catch all 3 episodes. It's going to be fire. I promise you it's going to help you doing your everyday life. It's going to help you get to the next level. Let's go.